Kitty's Day at Randwick is now underway. Missile Seeker bombed the start. It's last. Hell's Hitch jumped well. Being sent forward pretty swiftly now is Noble Soldier, and showing good speed is Socrates. So Socrates is a narrow leader. Now Prometto drawn wide out. Handlebars down. Prometto's looking for the lead. Noble Soldier's handy. Touch at Navy handy as well. And Pocketing's grabbed a good spot right on the back of the speed on the outside of Hell's Hitch as Prometto leads comfortably now. Rush Attack settles in the second half of the field. Only one off the fence today on the outside of Burn and Winner. A length and a half to Herd, then Missile Seeker, just a brother, and a gap back in the field to Binko on the outside of Japana. So Prometto worked pretty hard there in the first furlong to lead, and it maintains the lead by 2.5 on Noble Soldier. Socrates third, then Touch at Navy. A length and a half to Hell's Hitch on the rails, pocketing the other. 2 off to Rush Attack, so it's right on the heels of the favourite on the outside of Burn and Win. 600 to go, and Prometto's got further in front approaching the corner. It was only just touched off last time with these tactics, and Prometto leads by 4 on Noble Soldier and Socrates. Hell's Hitch is easing off the fence, running into it. Then came Touch at Navy, and now Pocketing being revved up on the outside. Rush Attack as well. I think Rush Attack's going better than the favourite. It's Prometto in front, 200 to go by 2 or 3 lengths on Noble Soldier. Rush Attack, Pocketing lifting, and Hell's Hitch is still in the middle. Here's a good tussle. Pocketing, Rush Attack wide out. Burn and Wind's flashing home. Anybody's finish here. Rush Attack, Pocketing. They hit the line. Photo finish. It's above of the heads. The 2 favourites, Pocketing and Rush Attack. Burn and Wind flashed up on the inside. I think Prometto 4th. Then came Hell's Hitch from Herb. Socrates, Missile Seeker, Japana, just a brother. Binko, Noble Soldier, and Touch of Navy.
Okay, who is going to get the nose down on the line? They made their run down the entire Randwick Straight, this pair, Rush Attack and Pocketing. Pocketing in the Yulong colours, Rush Attack in the black colours of Tricolours Racing. Heads up, heads down, noses up, noses down. It might be the favourite, it is. Pocketing is going to get the photo here. Number 7, Pocketing is official, it's in the frame. Number 7, Pocketing has beaten number 4, Rush Attack, and third home is number 1, Prometto, just in front of 12, Burn and Win.
Well, the punters take a deep breath. Took forever, and then it got hairy late there, didn't it? So he looked in trouble, and then he surged with the... He just surged there that last little bit. The blinkers did work, did help him race in a closer position, and he gets his head down right on the line there from Rush Attack. Prometto did a great job going out hard with his big weight, and Burn and Win's gone really nicely there, and so did Hell's Hitch, who's got his foot on the till, presented beautifully by Alicia Collett after being given the perfect run. Geez, I must say, looking at that first race, looks a lovely fair track. Missile Seeker making a little bit of ground late in the inside. Prometto holds on the inside. The 2 horses that swoop get home. So looks a beautiful fair track at this stage after race 1. And like I said, the punters can take a deep, deep breath.
Corey, you were saying early in that race that the blinkers weren't doing their required job. They were making him over-race a little bit early.
Yeah, and like Chantal said, he got a little bit worked up when he got to the barriers. It really switched him on, but I thought he was doing too much work for Timmy Clark. He was shaking his head and he was wanting Timmy to slip him a bit more rein, but tough win, very, very tough win, because he took a little bit of his finish away from him, I think, by doing that, but stuck his head at the right time. Very good win.
They've run 134.97, 134.97, home in 35.27. 134.97, 35.27 the last 600 metres. 7, 4, 1 and 12 are the numbers. Here comes Will Freedman, co-trainer with Richard. Blinker's first time today. The only blot is the cardiac arrhythmia run 2 ago.
Yeah, I know. He's an incredibly consistent horse. I think he's just coming into his own now. He's probably at the back end of a prep, and he does hit that flat spot, but I'm thinking maybe up in trip he might be able to sprint a bit harder with it.
Well, he showed plenty of fight for horses, you know, maybe come to the end of the prep today.
Yeah, absolutely. He always has a strong finish. I can't say I was overly confident at any point of the straight. Even with 20 metres to go, I thought he was going to get narrowly beat. But to his credit, he stuck his head out. And look, we might have a crack at something like the Tulloch or the Rosehill Guineas just at the back end of his prep and see if he can be competitive over 2,000 metres.
Well done.
Cheers.
There's Will Freedman, so pocketing a 3-year-old by Grunt out of a High Chaparral mare. It's only lightly raced. That's 8 starts, 3 wins, 4 placings. 2 starts ago, went round a $2.05 favourite, but pulled up with Cardiac Arrhythmia, beaten 16 lengths. It bounced back at Rosehill last start, running 3rd behind Flying Thinker, and then has toughed it out to beat Rush Attack in a real duel down the straight. Half head, a half neck. The margins are half a head by a half a neck, 7, 4, 1 and 2. Primito held on and run 3rd in front of Burn and Win. Officially 5th was Hell's Itch. 6th home was number 10, Missile Seeker. He was along the rails. I think jockeys will be complimentary of this track as they have been over the months of summer. It's been perfect.
It has been perfect, Rads, and I spoke to a couple of the boys that walked it obviously before the first, and they said it looks very, very even all over. It's in terrific condition, and like Ronnie mentioned, it was good to see. There was good speed up front, but the horses still stuck on to the inside, but they also made ground, so very fair at this stage.
Okay, here's Corey with Tim Clark.
Congratulations, Timmy. Tough win.
Yeah, he just didn't drop the bridle at any stage with the blinkers on today, and I was actually very concerned through the middle stages of the race just how keen he was going. But to the horse's credit, you know, the second horse challenged him a long way from home. And he fought it off for the entire straight. So good strong win. He'd been building towards that. I think that you know, if he just, he's a bit hot and cold. Like without the blinkers, he doesn't travel and hits a flat spot. With the blinkers, he just wanted to do a bit too much. So he's still obviously a bit of a horse that he's working in and out. But when the penny does drop, he's got some ability.
Well done.
Thanks.
His rides in the 2-year-old races upcoming. Tim Clark will ride first start in Nullarbor Jane for John Sargent in the Riesling Stakes, and there has been support for it. And in race number 4, he's on North England, who finally gets back to the track. Haven't seen him since the Golden Gift. He was to go round in that Silver Slipper, but he had a setback. He galloped here between races last Saturday and was pleasing to the eye. The North England going up against the Golden Slipper favourite Wadton, a ride for Tim Clark. In the Todman Stakes, he's ridden the first winner of the day. We'll be back with more from Royal Randwick very soon. Stay with us on Sky Thoroughbred Central.